Starry Hilder. And you know, when I say Starry Hilder, I'm going to be talking about some things that you really should be looking at right now with all of these changes. You know, I'm the off-grid queen, was the off-grid queen, and I'm finding that people are still watching all of my videos. So I'm in the process of packing right now. And I've had some people say, you know what, Starry, well, you need some new videos on all the things that you know. And I always forget, you know, I forget the knowledge base that I have. But while I'm packing, we're actually heading out here pretty soon. I'm beginning to realize that there are key things that one should have, and forgive the mess, I mean, I'm packing, in their pantry, in their home right now. And it's just some simple things, but I think it's really important because with Biden being elected and the changes in the government, and there's already been some new, I think Biden already said we have to wear masks on public transportation, and transportation, CDC made it a federal law. There's things that are changing really, really fast. So time to get stocked up, time to start looking at what you need, and I'm just going to go through some of these things because I'm going through my stuff to get ready to leave, and I'm like, oh yeah, this reminds me, I should be passing this knowledge on. Okay, so number one, when you're looking at stocking up, and I've probably said this before, but I have and I'm going to show you here, this is just one of my cupboards of lots of different supplements. And you don't have to have cancer or something wrong with you to make sure that you have things on hand. And it's just so important that one day you're not going to be able to go to I've said this before, to the drugstore, to all these places. So now is the time to start stocking up on your supplements. And what I would do is start buying immune boosting supplements. Some of the stuff that I have here is a peony immune. It's white peony root extract, very powerful for your immune system. This is always my go-to, SEAC, immune support. And especially with, you know, everybody's worried about this virus and everything. And yeah, I get it. You want to be really careful, but you don't have to worry about the virus unless you have a compromised immune system. And, you know, it predisposes you to lots of things besides the virus. But quercetin is a real big one if you can get it. You know, some of these things you can't get anymore. So this is immune building. And everything that you see here, because of my cancer, I have to keep my immune system strong. Everything starts in your gut, so getting some type of a gut defense is really important. So don't forget to address your gut. If you can buy something that is going to address that, it's really important. Let's see what else I got here. I've got so many. Teas are really important too. I do a lot of teas, like this is red clover tops, very powerful for cancer. And licorice root. I've got. Oh, here's another one that you should have in your. This is liposomal glutathione. Very, very good for. It's a master antioxidant system. Very powerful. So that'll give you a couple ideas. The other thing here is keeping water on hand. Now, obviously, my supply of water is down, and I'm going to have to replenish. But I had a friend actually send me, through the mail. This was awesome water. But you don't have to go with packaged water like that. I started actually getting some crystal geyser water like that. Remember, water lasts for a long, long time. So stock up on it. It doesn't go bad. You don't need to put anything in it. I know people talk about be careful with the plastics. You know, most of the plastic containers now are BPA free, so you know that's okay. When it comes to the pantry items, canned goods. I'm going through all my stuff here, and I've got tons of canned goods. Most of these canned goods I've gotten at the food pantry, because as a medical missionary, we have a pantry day, and people come in and they give us You know, they're outdated foods and things like that. But don't worry about the dates. Don't worry. The dates, you got to remember, the dates are actually just what the manufacturer recommends. And if you see, it's always best if used by. So if you got something from 2019, don't throw it out. I have had things in my pantry back in the homestead that have been outdated for years and years and years. And, you know, people always ask when you're canning things, you know, how long does the canned goods last? Forever until you open them up. Now, the quality of the food you'll lose a little bit there, but we're talking building a pantry, okay? So don't worry about it. Other things that you should have on hand, besides the supplements and your canned goods, is I would say have things that you can use to make homemade items. So I keep olive oil on hand. I keep shea butter on hand. I keep wax pellets on hand. Things where I can make my own soap. I can make my own lotions. I did a whole bunch of videos that I haven't even posted yet on how to make your own lip balm and how to make your own hand soap and how to make your own toothpaste. So, and how to make your own laundry soap. Instead of relying on buying those things, buy the items that can make those things, like the borax and the washing soda and the baking soda. Stock up on all of that right now. It's really important that you have those things on hand. And I'm trying to think, oh, and the other thing is too, and you know, we do have the convenience of electricity right now. So, you know, if you can buy items like a dehydrator is really nice. I've got an Excalibur here. Buy that. I got my food processor, you know, things that you can use in the kitchen to, you know, a Junior Mill or a Wonder Mill. While you have electricity, you can still use them. Now, obviously, when electricity goes off, you're going to have some type of backup system. And right now, I was talking to a friend who just showed up here. He had bought two 100 watt solar panels. He got a beautiful gel lead acid a battery, a Renogy, and he got a really nice charge controller and a big inverter. And he's going to set this stuff on top of his truck. You don't need a lot for backup. But the thing you have to remember is you want to start scaling back on all your frozens. So I don't keep a lot in my freezer. As you can see, it's very small. Most of my food now is non-perishable and packaged. You can see I've got some of my totes of my food. And I've got canned goods, things that I've canned. And that's where you want to put your money. You want to also put your money in bulk items like your oatmeals, your lentils, your beans. I got garbanzos over there too. Oh, and one other thing too, I do a lot of sprouting. And so to actually, when you are buying in bulk or you are wanting to build a pantry that is high quality, you don't want to be filling it up with junk food. You don't want to be filling it up with stuff that is not good for your health. So quality items. And one of the things that I've been doing is sprouting, and you can't. The thing with sprouting is it's so nutrient dense. The food that it creates. These sprouts are just, so what you need to do is start buying sprouts, seeds for sprouting in bulk. Just, you know, buy packages at a time. Clover is really good. Broccoli is one of the best to sprout. Clover seed is good, but broccoli is very good. So stock up on your seeds, your sprouting seeds, and get some containers. You know, I love my my mason jars, and I know there was a run where you couldn't get any mason jars, and if you can get mason jars, get them now. Get canning jars because they're very valuable. All books for your reference are going to be so valuable. And I don't, you know, you'll need cookbooks. You need how-to books. You know, how to wire a house, how to plumb, how to dehydrate. Canning books. I've got a pressure canning book right here. Right. I've got a library. And a lot of what we're bringing down is books, because there's so much value in there. Nobody can take the books away from you, but the internet could disappear one day. So I'm telling you, I sound like Starry Hilder, don't I? I sound like my old self. But you know what? Even though I am going doing these missions and I'm working for the Lord wants us to be prepared. He wants us to be prepared, obviously spiritually. That's number one. Don't ever forget that. We need to be on our knees 24/7 and ask the Holy Spirit to guide us, because we can't do any of this without Jesus. Just remember, we cannot. And then everything will fall in place. I've got so much testimony about how the Lord is leading me to where He's leading me, and it just so happened the doors just kept opening, boom, 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 boom. And me and my friend now we're going to this place where I was offered a job as a nurse, a dream job as a nurse. It's a natural remedy, homeopathic, of counseling, inspiring health coaching. That's what I always wanted to do. And then he was offered the groundskeeper job so he could work outside. And then there's a Bible worker position. So we've been on our knees praying and praying, and we've got big ideas about what this place needs. And we want to breathe that Holy Spirit back in there, and we want to be one of accord. And the Lord is bringing it. He is using His workers now, and He needs workers. And He's trying to tell all of us, wake up. It's very good to be prepared, but you need to wake up spiritually. If there's anything that's undone, you need to address it. You need to address it now, because all of this, all these preps and all this stuff are worthless. For now, they will get us through, but the best prep is going to be your heart for Jesus. All right, I got to keep moving, but I'll keep you guys posted, and take my advice. I've got years and years and years of experience. I wouldn't steer you wrong. God bless.